be launching a tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs, and we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Thursday, July 7th, 2022. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. I know that we usually like to celebrate International Chest Day on Mondays, but when you get a new training clip from your reigning and defending 3-time Classic Olympia physique champ on Thursday, then, well, they go live on Thursday, with no ifs, ands, or buts. We're less than 5 months away from Chris Bumstead attempting to add yet another chapter to his Hall of Fame resume. And as you can see here, he's already got the blinders on. Knock on wood, but the fact that he's spent the better part of the last 2 years being relatively free of injury has been very big for him. And it's probably one of the biggest reasons for him being able to continually widen the gap. They say the greatest ability in any sport is availability. And as long as he's available to keep showing up like this every day, it's going to make it awfully hard for anyone else to close that distance. Sometimes when you have a good thing going, the best thing you can do is try to keep riding the lady luck. Sometimes when you have a good thing going, the best thing you can do is try to keep riding lady luck until the wheels fall off. And depending on who you ask, it looks like that might be what Hassan Mustafa is trying to do right now. A few days ago, there were some rumors swirling around that Hassan was planning to bring his talents across the pond to compete at the Arnold UK, where he would potentially be putting his brand new 2-show winning streak on the line. All things considered, Hassan is probably the hottest athlete in the open bodybuilding division right now. And for him to get a win at a show like this would be a huge statement for him. And it speaks volumes about how far he's come in the last 12 months. Now, with that being said, I don't think there's been any official word from Hassan or his team about him being confirmed for this show yet. But as we say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And I don't think it will surprise anyone if we end up seeing his name on the official rosters. It's Thursday, which means, well, we're less than 72 hours away from kicking things off at the IFBB Portugal Pro. At this point, if you're a Classic Physique fan, you're going to want to keep your eyes glued to this one because Fabian Mayor looks like he's about to bring the thunder. If you saw our Recap Wednesday show, then you know that Fabian is coming off a huge win at the M-Pro Pro last week. And the general consensus from the people we've talked to seems to be that Fabian is on track to be even sharper by the time he hits the stage this weekend. This division has grown so fast, and there are so many new faces now that, well, we didn't hear much about Fabian heading into the show or the season. But I think it's safe to say that he's got everyone's attention now. And if he slides in to steal another victory here, now all of a sudden, I think we have a scenario where we have to start talking about him as a potential top 6 Olympian. And before we sign off today, we have a brand new update from former Classic Physique Olympian Bryan Jones coming your way. Prior to the start of the season, Jones announced that he was planning to take the entire year off to add enough size because he was planning to move up to the open division. And even though he's essentially gone into full zero dark 30 mode for the better part of the last few months, well, you can see that he's clearly been putting that time to good use based on these photos. One of the interesting things about Jones is the fact that he was a star in the Classic Physique division pretty much right out of the gate. And if you go back and look at the photos from his 6th place finish at the Olympia, you can make a pretty solid argument for him maybe even placing 1 or 2 spots higher. So if he can keep these lines in place and add enough size to make himself competitive in the open division, he could end up surprising people at some point down the line. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.